cats and stuff. You've done this.
Judy came with the what?
Is anybody here?
Everybody's here that needs to
What do you get? Hobbs. Down and up.
He comes in on the pillow.
I don't know.
A silver cup or something? Did you bring the cup?
I did not. We're adorable. Are the kids of the orphanage? Thank you. We have one. We have one. If he's
Ready for the baby? Ready?
The baby's here.
Ready?
Baruch haba.
וידבר אדוני משה לאמור, פנחס בן אלעזר בן אהרון הכהן, הישיבס חמאס ימיו בני ישראל לכנוס כינוסי בסוכם, ולא כיליסי את בני ישראל בכינוסי, לכן אמור, כינוסי לא את בריסי שלום.
Yep. Solid. Okay. Fine. Just the Baruch Haba. We'll get old.
Zaki says Eliyahu Bizocher Latov. The Shuascha Kivisi Adonai Sibarti the Shuascha Adonai Mitzosecha Sisi. Eliyahu Malach Abris in Eshalach Lefanecha. Amod Al Yemini B'Samcheni. Sibarti the Shuascha Adonai. Sasanochi Al Emrasecha. Kamotzi Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav Lo Beisarasecha Ben Lama Michshol. Asher Tivcharis Karev Yishkan Chatzeirecha. Nizba B'Tov Beisecha. Kadosh Echalecha. Okay. First of all, where's that? Yeah? Okay. The Torah requires you to circumcise your son. You do have the option of making him initially up.
I do.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to say this bracha, then you'll do what a lot of fathers forget to do, and you'll say amen to my bracha. Then you'll say this bracha.
Okay.
Okay. If you take it over and do it like this, see what happens. You hold it. All right. Here's what's going to happen. He's going to line look at your arm. He's going to look very uncomfortable. If you're like most Sundays, you're going to fight because I'll be pushing his head down, you're going to push his head down. Look at the arches back. I'll show you what to do with his hands in a second. Assistant whale. Sorry. Okay, easy skin. Alright. Bottom on the platform. Like that. And I want you to take your right hand and put it with my left hand. It's just like that. Just push down. Just like that. Now, let his back go down. Let his head go down a little bit. Let the arches back. Bris Kodesh, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Kiddushanu V'Tzosov V'Tzidonu Milah.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzosav v'tzivanu lachniso b'britho shel Avraham Avinu.
Amen. Miskal Satar, Mazel Tov. Very well, so just going to take them. Sorry.
Anytime you're holding it for the bracha, and then we're going to switch.
Look again.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, borei pri hagofen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kidashiti bibeten, v'chok b'sherosam, v'tzetzav chasam bos bris kodesh, al kein bischarzo sel chaychol keinu tzureinu, Tzavei la'atzil yidid Yisraelu mishachas l'man v'sor asher sam b'Yisraelu. Baruch atah Adonai koreis habarim.
Amen.
Eloheinu le'avoseinu kayem es hayeled hazel avivu limo v'yikarei shemo b'Yisrael Amitai Mordejai ben Yosef Menachem Yismach ha'av yotzei chalatza v'sagel imo b'rivitna Kachasuv Yismach avicha v'imach v'sagel yoladetecha v'ne'emar v'avor elayich v'arech misloseses b'damayich v'ne'emar zelchar l'olam brisa davar tziva l'aleftor asher karasas Avram shuvasa li'Yitzchak Yamidel Yaakov l'chok l'Yisrael v'Yisolam v'ne'emar v'yomal Avram es Yitzchak b'no ben shmonas yamim kasher tziva so Elohim Amitai Mordechai ben Yosef Menachem Zakatan Gadol Yeh Shenichnas labris Ken yikanes Torah l'chuf al masim tovim
Yishaberach Avoseinu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov Yivarech v'Rafas Yeled Rachanim Ol Amitai Mordechai ben Yosef Menachem Bavor shenichnas l'Yisrael shel Avram Avinu Ubavor shakol kol mevarchim also B'schazek HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimali Rachim Olav V'achlim Ol Rafoso Latzikol Lechioso Yishlach Lo Meher Refuah Shlemu Mishamayim L'Ramachiv Rav Shlo Gido B'Sof Shachol Yisrael Refuah HaNefesh Refuah HaGuf Hashto Bagol Zman Kariv Uchshem shenichnas labris Ken yikanis l'Torah Uchupo al masim tovim Namar Amen Mazel Tov Oleinu l'shabeach L'adon HaKol
Feeding time.
Ask Rabbi Gottlieb to please come up and just say a couple of words. He's to do us the honor.
I guess I'll be the next shy guy in the middle of the room. I want to wish Malcolm, of course, to Judy, to the Bednarsh family, to all the relatives, Bednarsh family. You should know, I actually practiced that so hard while I was waiting for the bris. I looked at the Bednarsh. Right. I want to wish Malcolm to all the relatives, friends, all the guests who came from near and far. Also got up early for the 9 o'clock minyan. And Zohar, we should merit to get together for Simchos for many, many years to come. I want to share with you a brief thought on Brit Mila and a connection to this week's Parsha, and I think that's something we should all take to heart and consider. There is a bracha that goes with every bris. The bracha that goes with every bris is repeated numerous times throughout the bris, and it's the repetition at the Suda after the bris. Kishem shenichnas la bris. We give a bracha just like this baby went to the bris. So too we should go to Torah, to the bar mitzvah, to the chuppah, and to masim tov. So babies usually are brought to the bris on their backs, crying and kicking. So I hope they don't go to the chuppah carried in on their backs, crying and kicking. We give him a bracha though, Kishem shenichnas la bris. The Baal Shem Tov is bothered by the nature of the bracha. What do you mean Kishem? Just like you enter the bris, you should enter to Torah, chuppah masim tov. So I want to cite a kliyakar, beginning of this week's parsha, that I think would explain the nature of the bracha and how we should view the world and our children at large. Kliyakar talks about the fact that every time you find the Jewish people counting the Torah, there's a word that's used. The word that's used is kisisa, or noso, lift up, elevate, raise up the Jewish people. And the Kliyakar asks, why is counting described in terms of elevating? And he answers so beautifully, because we count you to let you know you count. We count every member of the Jewish people because you count. You are of value, not because of what you've done, not because of what you've accomplished, not because of where you've been or who you are, but just because you are, you count. You're of value. Go to a bris, and there's a lot of focus and a lot of attention on this little package, this little bundle of joy, who has really not done much yet. Cry, eat, does some other things, right? You know, there's a limited amount of things, limited number of things this young man has accomplished to date. And yet, Kisi saw, he's elevated to the star of the show. You're all here, yes, because of the bagels, but also because there's a baby having a bris. We're all here to celebrate this person, not because of what he did, not because of what he accomplished, not because of where he's been, not because of the impact he has, because he's special, because he is. And so often, as we go through life, that concept falls away. Child reaches bar mitzvah, child reaches the age of majority, comes to the chuppah, and beyond in life, and we want to know, what'd you do, what'd you accomplish, what have you done for me, what have you done? And if not, we sometimes write people off. Who are you? Do you count? L'chiyakar says, Kisisas Rosh B'nai Yisrael, you are counted because you count. Kishem shenichnas labris, like you came to the bris. And we didn't ask, what'd you do? Where have you been? What have you accomplished? Remember the Jewish people. I remember somebody in the shul told me years ago when he was a kid, perspective on the yeshiva system. He said, back when he was a kid, the heads of the yeshivas used to go door to door to knock on doors to beg parents to send kids to the yeshiva. And you couldn't pay, well, find money. You couldn't beg, send to yeshiva. And today, unfortunately, sometimes kids are sent away from yeshiva. Kisi Soros Rosh B'nai Yisrael says, you're a Jewish child, you're a Jewish person, you count, you're of value, you're phenomenal, you're special because you are. And I think that may be, in part, the bracha we give. Kishem shenichnas labris, just like this child went to the bris, and he is special because he is. Ken Yikonis, we should never lose sight of that value when he goes in Hashem to the bar mitzvah, the chuppah, to Ma'asim Tovim, and accomplish great and wonderful things. But he's special because he's special, he's special because he is Mirz Hashem. Parents, grandparents, and all of us should be zochah to sanachas with this child, to share the simchos together. Mirz Hashem, we should get together for the Knisa L'mitzvos and the chuppah, the Ma'asim Tovim. We should all gather together for simcha, shem mazel, and bracha. Mazel.
So I just wanted to say a couple of words. Everybody that expects me to start the speech with this week's Parsha you're all going to be a little disappointed. Unless you want to talk about how the Kohen Gadol reminds me of Iron Man with all the stuff over his chest and his heart, stuff like that. And equate that to how I want the baby to be a hero also. I mean, I could do that, but good thing I didn't. So again, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming. I'm going to let Lee talk a little bit about his name, but it really does mean a lot that you guys came out. It's a really special event for us, and people traveled really far, so I just want to acknowledge everybody that came, as the rabbi said, from near and far. The baby's name, as you heard in Hebrew, is Amitai Mordejai. And I'm going to turn the stage over to my wife to talk a little bit about his name. She loves public speaking, so give her a hard time.
I do love public speaking. When Joe and I were trying to come up with a name for this soon-to-be-born baby, we thought long and hard about it.
She means we had a lengthy, respectful dialogue.
Sure, we'll go with that. Mordejai was my mother's father, Max, who I have great memories of growing up with. Even though they lived in Florida for the majority of my childhood, I always remember going to visit them, and that was always the highlight of my winters. We'd go to Florida, he would take me on little trolleys around Century Village and to the pool, and he'd actually play with me and spend time with me, and I never forgot that. And even as I got older and was more in high school, and we had a few strokes, and I was in Israel for a few years, he always recognized me. And he always knew who I was, even if months had gone by since I had last seen him. And he just was a very special person to me. And it was very important that I use his name. Amitai is a name that Joe and I both really like. It means truth and friendship, and those are both really important qualities that we'd like our son to have. My father recently lost one of his, I would even say, go so far as to say, his best friend in the world. And Ben Mayer, who was a big part of my life growing up too. And I sort of like the idea that his name also ties in with being a friend. I don't know, that's sort of our thought process behind it a little bit. I hope he grows up to be, as good a friend as Joe is to people who he likes. Because he doesn't like anyone. and just in general, a good person and truthful and honest and a good friend. And possesses the same qualities that my grandfather did of also being truthful and upright and a good person and a good friend. And I know he's, everyone's looking down and being with us today, and I don't know, I think that's all I have.
And we promise to protect him from Jordana dressing him up in girls' clothes and hurrying him down a fashion runway and taking videos of it, and from Charlotte making every attempt to hurt him in a loving way. But thank you guys so much for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Mazel tov.
I don't know where it is.
And I'm so happy to be part of this whole simcha, this whole wonderful day.
Great. Thank you.
Somebody I haven't seen in many years.
Amen.